In a quiet village lived a humble farmer named Elisha. One day, as he worked in the fields, something amazing happened. The great prophet Elijah appeared and chose Elisha to be his servant. Before Elijah the prophet was taken up to heaven by God, Elijah said to Elisha, "Ask, what shall I do for you?" Elisha asked, "Please let a double portion of your spirit be upon me." Elijah answered and said, "You have asked a hard thing. If you see me when I am taken from you, it shall be so, but if not, it shall not be so." Boom! A chariot of fire with horses of flame came down and swept Elijah up to heaven, and he never experienced death. So Elisha was left with his cloak and a double portion of God's power.
I will carry on with God's help.
With one powerful gesture, Elijah passed his mantle to Elisha, and God chose him to be the next great prophet of Israel. Not long after, a poor widow came to Elisha in tears. She said to Elisha, "Your servant, my husband, is dead, and you know that your servant feared the Lord. And the creditor is coming to take my 2 sons to be his slaves." So Elisha said to her, "What shall I do for you? Tell me, what do you have in the house?" And she said, "Your maidservant has nothing in the house but a jar of oil." Then Elisha said, "Go, borrow vessels from everywhere, from all your neighbors, empty vessels. Do not gather just a few. And when you have come in, you shall shut the door behind you and your sons. Then pour it into all those vessels, and set aside the full ones." So she went from him and shut the door behind her and her sons, who brought the vessels to her, and she poured it out. Now it came to pass, when the vessels were full, that she said to her son, "Bring me another vessel." And he said to her, "There is not another vessel." So the oil ceased. Then she came and told the man of God. And Elisha said, "Go, sell the oil and pay your debt, and you and your sons live on the rest." Another day, a student cried out. His borrowed axe had sunk in the river. Elisha tossed in a stick, and the iron floated to the surface, because with God, even the impossible obeys. One morning, Elisha's servant woke up and panicked. Their town was surrounded by an enemy army. But Elisha said, "Don't be afraid. Those who are with us are more than those who are with them." Then he prayed, and the servant's eyes were opened. Chariots of fire, angels on every hill. God's army had been there all along. Elisha didn't need riches or swords. He had faith. And through him, God showed the world that even the smallest people can do mighty things. If you feel scared or small, just remember, God's power is with you too, and his miracles are everywhere.